Hello, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the Road to Glory on Minority Trades. On this episode, we're going to review the trades from February 5th to February 14th. Now, real quick, I just want to give you guys a little recap just in case if this is the first video that you're watching. I'm currently down $198 from the beginning of my account, which started mid-November. And so with that being said, I'm beginning this month with $302 in my account, and I'm coming from a losing streak. I think I'm like six red trades in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point, I'm not only trying to dig myself out of the hole, being down $198, but I'm also trying to regain my confidence. Trying to get little base hits here and there, so I can just get that confidence back. I don't want to put myself into that mindset where I'm trying to get to break even already. Like I gotta climb the ladder. Baby steps, little base hits. Eventually, I'll get back to break even, and I'll have more confidence in what I do at this moment. But yeah, first trade was on February 5th, 2020. VBUS at $22 profit, which is good. That's what I needed right now. And so this is the chart. So before I go ahead and get started, I just want to mention that I'm gonna do things a little different now. I'm gonna show you guys the live action of when I entered and exited, so you guys can in some type of way witness it with me. And this also helps me because I'm reviewing my trades and I'm watching them in live action mode. This is a cool thing about Thinkorswim, that they have on demand, so you can go back to I think that the farthest you can go is 3 days back or more, so you can review it in live mode and see where your mistakes were. So VBUS on this day was one of the leading gappers. It was a low float stock, 9 million float. It was it gapped up. I'm not sure how much it gapped up, from 230 to 290. Maybe like 30%, but yeah, 28%. You see, I'm not the smartest person. So it had news that day. We received approval from the FDA for some type of improved formulation for one of the products. I don't really read. I usually just read the headline and then just go off the technical levels. So right here, as you can see, it's red on. It's up on the day, but the daily candle is red because it is currently trading below the opening price, which is $3.02. So just go ahead and draw your lines of your technical levels. So when it goes red to green, you usually get momentum going. So right here, I was waiting for it to confirm that it was gonna go green because it had already failed twice to go green. And then once it goes green, I'm looking for it to break the pre-market high so that I can have a little more confirmation that the move is strong, because most of them end up failing when they can't manage to get over that pre-market high. So let's go ahead and play it, and I'm gonna speed it up so you guys don't see it little by little, because it does get boring. It just moves a little slow sometimes. So my entry price, I played it with 90 shares at the price of $3.26. Okay, so now it's going green. You see over here, it's going green. Bottom left, it's going green. Crossing over that $3.02 mark. There you go. Look at that move. So quick. It moves so quick. And I bought right here on this pullback. It pulls back to 326 for a bit. There you go. I bought right there. 90 shares. And I was looking, my goal initially was to break over the 200 day moving average, which is this white line over here on the daily chart. And once it breaks that, you should get another surge of momentum. Because as you can see, it doesn't always go above the 200 day moving average. It's good to always look at the past from the daily chart. So I'm looking for that. That's the next line of resistance, the 200 day moving average. 339. And then we pull back. I didn't sell there. I sold a little bit higher because at this point, when you enter the trade, you have to enter it already knowing where your risk is at and where your reward is at. You know, where do you plan on taking your profits, and where do you plan on cutting it if it goes bad on you. So when I entered at 326, my risk level was at the red. If it goes red again, I'm out. So from 326 to 302, I'm risking 24 cents. So you should be aiming to make twice as what you're risking. So I'll be looking to get out anywhere between 340, 348, 348, 350-ish. Wait, does that even make sense? From 326 to 348. Like 2 cents higher than my risk. I should be aiming for more, but I do end up taking half at the 340-ish. I don't think it was here on this spike. I didn't take profit there. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up to the point where I do take profits, which was at 7.15. You have to ask yourself, how would you feel being in this situation? Like it could drop on you any second. Would you feel comfortable holding? So right here I'm just looking, I'm a little scared now, you know, because it looked like it kind of had a fake out right here. So I'm looking for it to retest that level so that I can take some profits off the table. So we're starting to test the high of day. 340. Big round number to break right there. This is good, by the way. It's starting to climb higher. I take off half right there at 343. So I'm out 45 cents right there. Still looking for the break of the high of day, looking for it to break 345. We broke the high of day now. I'm getting a little impatient at this point with my position. I just want to get out. I'm getting a little bit of what's it called? I think it's called trigger happy, where you just see profits and take them off. So right there, I got out right there. 361 was my final execution, making it a $22 profit. And let me just go ahead and fast forward a little more so you guys can see how it ended. So the highest they got to was 397. Had I have waited, what was it? About 10 more, no, 7 more minutes, I would have had a pretty good trade. Not a pretty good trade, just a bigger profit. You know, it wouldn't have made a big difference on my account. It's just a $22 profit. But I'm not thinking about home runs right now. I'm just thinking about taking small profits here and there. But yeah, that's BVUS. Let's go ahead and move with the next trade, which is a $5 loss on TNAV. TNAV. All right, so on TNAV, this day was also one of the leading gappers. Its float is a little bit bigger than what I'm used to trading. Let's see. That they had news that it redefined its navigation on the 2021 Escalade. But I don't know. I don't feel like I should have traded this one. I think this was more just like a boredom trade. It did look like a pretty good setup for the high of day break, but I don't know. I mean, this is during the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, and it's not coronavirus related. It's not a healthcare or biotech stock. It's a car navigation. Like, we're getting quarantined. Dude. Who cares about a car right now? And I should have thought about that at first, but let's go ahead and play the clip. Looking for the high day break right here. I'm in right there. 50 shares at 641. As it broke, I bought. And I didn't feel comfortable in that minute. The minute after I bought, I began to feel uncomfortable because it looked like it was faking out. It was a fake out breakout. Then fast forward 5 minutes later when I get out. Doesn't work. Again, not all the time setups is gonna work. You need to think about your setup and think about what sector the stock is in. You have to think about every single variable that can affect the trade. And yeah, I got out right here. I just look at how bad it was. I didn't even have a clear risk level that I would have said, okay, that's clear support, that's where I'm risking out. I didn't have nothing. I was just looking for the high day break. That's it. But yeah, I got out on this candle just because I didn't feel comfortable with it. Took the loss, whatever. Lived to trade another day. There'll be better days. Let's go ahead and move on with the next trade. GNPX, $1 profit. Okay, so GNPX, good float, 8 million float. Let's look at the chart. This is there right here, Doji Star. It's got resistance up here at 187, at $2. It's got a couple of resistance to break through, but let's see, what was I going for on GNPX? What was my setup? I was going for a red to green move. This is the red right here. Red to green move at 161. Looking for it to break 161, 162. Yeah, pretty choppy stock on this day. It didn't do much. It kind of just consolidated between the red to green the whole day. So I got in right here when it kind of broke it by like 1 cent. I got in at 162. I got in with 100 shares, and yeah, and then I got in at 162, got out at 163, just because, I mean, the thing wasn't moving, man. It wasn't doing nothing, and it kind of just downtrended the whole day. Yeah, fast forward a little more. See, it just didn't do much. Let's go to 10 a.m. Look at that. Just kept bouncing around, came under VWAP, didn't do nothing. Took a $1 profit. The good thing about trading with Ameritrade is that they don't charge commission fees, so that's why I got a profit. If I would have been at a different broker where they charge commission fees, that would have probably been like a $9 to $10 loss. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next trade. $16 loss on AIM on February 12th. So I'm looking to buy anywhere between this 147 to 150-ish area. So then we can see a test of 154, which is a higher day at the moment. Starting to reach that level I want to see it get to, 147, 148. I like it. I feel convinced. And I'm in with 100 shares at 148. And to me, it's looking like it's about to break the high day. It got rejected at the high of the day, and now I'm thinking, oh shit, this might be a double top. This might be a double top, and if it is a double top, it's going down. So my risk is VWAP. If it breaks VWAP, I'm out. Wow, look at that right here. I'm like, fuck. I'm down. And it doesn't look good because it just topped out at the high of day. Just keep going lower and lower. At that point, I'm down. I'm in at 148, 746. I'm down $2, $2, $3, $4. I'm down $4 right there. Look at that. Just keep going lower and lower. That, my friends, is a double top. Right at the top. Double top. So watch this. Watch what happens here. I'm about to exit because it breaks the VWAP. Boom. Just like that. That quick. Now I was hesitant to get out because I was like, oh, look at this candle right here, did that and came back up. So I'm thinking it might do the same thing again. We might come back up. We might bounce back up right here. Are we gonna bounce? Nope. And I'm out. Right there I sold. Took my $16 loss. And that was that. Next trade, FTSI. To me it's a loss because I used up my I used up a trade and I used up some capital that I could have used into a different trade. It was up on earnings this day. I bought at 129 near here when it crossed the VWAP, just because it had spiked, went red on the day, and then came back up to red, and it held at the VWAP. But then I ended up getting distracted with GNPX. So my attention was on this one, and I ended up getting out again at the same price because I looked over at GNPX, and as you can see, my next trade was on GNPX at the same time, which was a $16 profit. So I saw GNPX spiking. I got in right here as it broke this high right here. As it broke the high of 375, I got in at 380 with 45 shares. And I was feeling pretty confident because if you look at the daily chart, it finally managed to break out. It's on this day. So this is the day that I had took the $1 profit on it when it did nothing. The next day it had a small green day, and then the third day is when it finally broke out. This should have been the day that I should have been looking at it. But either way, day 2 is sometimes good as well. You just don't want to hold for too long on day 2 because they don't always keep going. So I got out on this spike at 417, 45 shares, sorry, at 380, out at 417. Pretty quick trade. I was in for how long? For 6 minutes. I was in the trade for 6 minutes. But I should have held a little longer. Because with 45 shares, if I would have taken a whole dollar in profit, which would have been at 480, that would have been 45 bucks. 45 bucks could have helped my account a lot. Let me fast forward a little bit so you guys can see what happened. Let's go to 7 a.m. By 7 a.m. I had already managed to hit 497. I could have just waited, like 14 minutes longer and took a whole dollar in profit. Let's fast forward 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes. We got up to 575. That would have been a home run trade. And if I would have never spent my capital on the first trade, which was FTSI, and just focused on this one, I would have made easily over 100 bucks. But I'm still learning, trying to figure out when to trade and when not to trade. Trying to see where the best setups are. But let's look back at FTSI. Remember, I had just got out of it. I should have stayed on that one too. I could have made profit on both, but I ended up getting out just because I didn't want to be in on 2 trades at the same time. It's not recommended, especially not for newbie traders like myself. So that's it for this recap on February 5th to February 14th. I ended February 14th with $18 of profits. So my account that started on February 1st started with $302, and on February 14th ended at $320. So making progress, little progress, but it's still better than taking little losses. I'd rather take small profit than small losses any day, and that's what I'm gonna need to do from now until I get back to break even. Is just keep taking base hits here and there, and little by little I'll end up back to break even and then start working on becoming a profitable trader. So once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't seen my other videos, go ahead and check them out. Give me a like and subscribe if you want to keep watching more of these videos. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.